let's freaking go, boys. I hope you guys stayed up at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. or 4 a.m. and watched that game. You can tell by my bags under my eyes that I in fact did that, and it is now 6:30 in the morning, and I can't go back to sleep because of the adrenaline. Like, that, first off, let me just say, if you watch that game, obviously Canada won 1-0 against the US. That last 15 minutes was a bit of torture, I'm not gonna lie. My heart was racing that whole time, but when we have Gilles back there kicking everything out of the box, heading it, I feel very confident. And we had Lawrence shutting down the US's strong left side with our amazing right side. I was like, okay, I'm confident. Like, we've got this. The corners made me a little nervous, I won't lie. The corners at the end. But besides that, run of play, we had them shut down. And I'm so proud of the girls. Like, that, this has been 20 years in the making, and you can see by the reactions of the vets in Sinclair, Scott, Labbe, Chapman, even Schmidt also was there on the field celebrating. And also Melissa Tancredi as part of the staff, shout out to her. These players, they were looking for revenge, and they got it. And to me, more than anything, what this means is you can see at the end in the celebrations that Sinclair and Schmidt are in the middle of the field, just looking in admiration of their teammates on the sidelines who are celebrating, because they're like, the torch has been passed in a lot of ways. They brought this energy to Canada soccer back in 2012, and these young girls are stepping up. You could see that even in Sinclair giving the ball to Jessie Fleming to take that PK, in that Sinclair and Becky both missed PKs earlier on in the tournament and in the last year. And Jessie Fleming, the most intellectual, calm player you may ever meet, stepped up and took that PK and celebrated with the team. And it meant a lot, because you can see that Sinclair and Becky give a little high five right behind Jessie as she's going to celebrate with the team. And it's like these young players have now embraced what it means to be a Canadian soccer player and brought the first win in 20 years, and it's amazing to see. And I apologize if I'm not coherent in this video, because I'm hella tired, but it's hella worth it because of that amazing victory. I mentioned it briefly, but the Canadian defense on the right side with Lawrence and Gilles shutting down the American offense, because I would say the only 3 American players that really stood out to me were, Sauerbrun's always good, but Davidson, and besides that PK, like, which, I mean, she put in a shift and a half, came in as a young center back, made a great moment at left center back with Dunn on the left side, and they were playing through with Ertz. I would say those were the top 3 for me, Davidson, Dunn, and Ertz. And the subs for the Americans, when they came on around the 60th minute, they were quite deadly. So I would say their attacking bets were more threatening than anyone else had been in the game. But Lawrence and Gilles, and I think even Fleming was often like working hard around there. Deanne Rose, when she came in, like, they put in a shift and a half to shut down that side, which was the only side creating much for the Americans. And damn, I am impressed. And I'm so happy Bev, as I mentioned in my previous video, that Bev put Gilles in there, because she more than earned it. And I would say even Buchanan was a little shaky at times. Still a great defender, but she lost her confidence a bit in the last game or two, and Gilles is a rock. I mean, like I said, last 15 minutes, a little nervous, but not so much, because these players were unbelievably good. Labbe, honestly, she wasn't even challenged for saves too often. There was a nice a nice kick by Lloyd that she made a nice save on. But most of the corners went straight to her hands off headers, besides Julie Ertz, because, Ertz is unbelievable, as I'd mentioned. But besides those 2 saves, a lot of the shots honestly went right down the middle to Labbe, because of the Canadian defenders defending so well on crosses. And so, as mentioned, yeah, like, Labbe didn't have too many saves, but every time she got the ball, she would just slow down the pace. And I know she talked a lot about the mental battles she's had the last couple of years, and you can see that she has this calmness in her presence now, and she gives that inspiration to the team, and she kind of lets them know it's okay to settle down, and they fought through. And even though Canada had given up a couple late goals in previous games, like that 1-1 tie to Japan, I think it was almost good in a way that they did that, because then they learned from what mistakes they made. And with that pairing of Buchanan and Gilles, they were able to shut down. And I also want to give a shout out to Heidema, who came in the last couple minutes. I know originally she wasn't in that 18, but she came in and made a couple huge blocks on the side there near the end of the game. Every minute is huge. Like, she came off, or Sinclair went off in the 88th, and her and then Leon also came in, and they put in a shift to make sure that they could hold on to that win. It's a very stressful situation to be put in, but it means your coach trusts you to go out there and to get the job done. So well done to all ladies. All 22 have played in a huge role. Even Schmidt and McLeod, who maybe are vets who didn't get as many minutes, to have them there to support the team is crucial. And the big reason that Canada won is because they were playing for each other. They were playing for Sinclair, I think, more than anything else, for the revenge of 2012 for that whole team. And so I think in a large part that's why they came out over top of America. The US are often, I don't want to say they're not winning for each other, and that they don't have that same energy to win for your captain. And for the captain, Sinclair, she's like, I'm winning for the girls in Canada to develop the sport. And so it's like no one's winning for themselves, really, you know? I mean, they want that gold medal, but for more than anything, it's a team-centered approach. And Bev has given them that confidence to do that. They believed in themselves, they believed in each other, and they went out there and won it. And that's all I can say is I'm so proud. There's not much else I can really say about this. Canada went out there, had a game plan, they stuck to it. Most of US's chances, even though they had a lot of shots, were not quality. And Canada had one quality chance, and they finished it with Jessie. And I'm so excited to see this finals of either Australia or Sweden. Probably Sweden, because I've heard Australia's fatigue levels have not been good, but this game is happening as I'm filming this, so I don't know. I could be wrong. Alright, so I will try to post another video maybe before, and if not before, after, because we're going for gold or silver. Yo, let's go. Also, sorry for the background, but my parents aren't even awake yet, and I usually film in their room, so do what I can for you guys. So drop a like, comment about this historic game and what your favorite part was, your favorite player. For me, as mentioned, Lawrence. I also love just Labbe's calmness. It's huge. And subscribe as you can stay tuned for future games. I guess. Only one game left. Ah! Alright, thanks guys.